Hi, I'm Alicia and welcome to my channel Papercraft Secrets. It's getting very close to Christmas, so I thought I would publish this video on Christmas favorites. One of our latest printables on the Papercraft Secrets website has lots of beautiful tags and stars. It has a vintage feel to it, this Christmas favorites. It's called Christmas favorites because it has all your favorite things in it and it has lots of dogs in it and animals, cats. It also has some religious pictures, some Christmas trees and dragonflies, lots more puppy dogs, some Australian animals, some more vintage images, some hexagon frames, some background pages, more background pages, and more background pages, some windows, some robins, some snow scenes and lanterns, and more windows. These are all background pages with little bits of lace for decoration, some wreaths, some sentiments, some floral clusters, some poinsettias, some ladies, Victorian ladies, some tags, some Santa scenes, and that's a spare page, some little gingerbread houses, some wagons, and we have our background pages. So this is a digital printable. So if you purchase the digital printable, you receive a digital file, a PDF file or a PNG file, and then you can print this out yourself on your home computer as many times as you like. So it's perfect for making bulk Christmas cards. Let's say you need lots of flowers. You can print out all the flower pages as many times as you like. The same goes for everything here, so you can make as many cards as you need. And this printable has been very popular this year, so it's nice to share it with the YouTube community today. And as you can see, there's lots and lots and lots of pages here in this printable. It's a very good value. All of your Christmas favorite things that you can put into cards or into layouts. I'm quickly sharing 3 different types of cards today. This is Christmas card number 1 with the hexagon theme. We have lots of hexagon shapes in our Christmas printable. I actually love creating with hexagons. I find the shape to be really inspiring. So I'm going to show you how we created our hexagon shaker cards. And you'll see that we need our little shaker element pieces here. So you need to cut that little bit out. Now you can do this on an electronic cutting machine if you prefer. Upload the image and let the machine cut it out for you, or you can do it by hand like I'm doing right now. If you've never printed from home before, please check out the notes in this video tutorial that shows you what printer you might like to purchase and what cardstock I use to create my cards. So if you look down in the YouTube notes, there's information on if you have never printed from home before for your scrapbooking or your card making projects. We're moving on now and we are going to create the little shaker card part of this card. This is just a brief tutorial. The complete and full tutorial is in my Patreon group called Papercraft Secrets. So if you'd like to check me out on Patreon, please follow the link in the description below. This is where I upload all of my tutorial videos, and this is also where you receive a free printable a month. So if you are interested in creating projects from Printables because it's more cost effective and it's easier, why don't you check out my Patreon, because you get all of these Printables for free in the group, plus you get video tutorials that show you how to create our projects. So it's extremely good value for money. It's a very economically, makes a lot of economic sense to be a part of the Papercraft Secrets Classroom on Patreon and have access to all of our printables and video tutorials. So here we are, and we're getting ready to make our cards today. Now we're doing a step card today. It's not just an ordinary card, it's a beautiful step card. All right, so we're cutting our pages to 11 inches by 4.5. There's my 11-inch cut, a little scrap there, and I'm going to go with 4.5 and 4.5, and I'm cutting all my pages to that measurement. I'm going to score at 6 inches and 8.5 inches. There's the 6-inch score line, and there's the 8.5. Then we fold our cards, valley and mountain. Now this is the condensed and very quick video tutorial. If you prefer a more in-depth tutorial, you need to check out the Papercraft Secrets Classroom on Patreon, where I go into all of the details and show you how to create these cards slowly. I'm making the card base now here, folding that in half, and that will be the base for our card, so getting those ready. And then I'm going to glue this section onto the base of the card, and that creates our special little easel card, or step card. Sorry, it's a step card, this one. Some beautiful glitter, always looks good. Adding a bit of glitter to your Christmas cards to make them sparkle. And it's always so much fun to make Christmas cards, isn't it really? You know, like the cute little images that we get to use and play with. It gets us in the Christmas festive spirit. And it's never too early or too late to create some Christmas cards. So, you know, if you haven't made any yet this year, you can start today. If you're very organized and you've already done all your cards, you can start creating for your next year's stash. So there we go, just popping all those on there, adding a little sentiment to say Merry Christmas, spreading some Christmas joy around the world with our family and our friends, popping on our little flower, and our card is finished. Now you can add some kindy glitz if you like to your frame to make your card extra sparkly, or you can leave it red, and we can add some little inserts to the inside of our cards for somewhere to write on. And that's our cards finished. And these are really, really special cards. There's a beautiful koala picture in case you like to make Australian Christmas cards to send overseas. That's the inside. And we've got our beautiful Santa Claus one here. This is a Santa image, so there's our shaker card element in there. So that's looking really beautiful. That's our inside. You could add extra red lining to your inside of your card as well to add to that if you like. And these cards are very, very interesting cards. They're not boring. They don't open the same way as a normal card would. So, you know, they stand out a lot on the mantelpiece. This one has got the glitter around it. It's one of the puppy dog ones, so if your favorite dog is in that printable, then you can make special dog printable Christmas cards for your family and your friends. And of course, our kangaroo card here. Nice and shiny, very special. So that's our first card tutorial that we made with the Paper Craft Secrets Christmas Favorites printable. And now we're moving on to tutorial number 2 for Christmas cards. So this is our religious theme Christmas card. Sometimes it's hard to get a religious picture for Christmas cards. Religious themed cards were a request in the Papercraft Secrets classroom, and so that was why we created these cards, because people asked for them. So when you're in the Papercraft Secrets classroom, we do take requests on what sort of images you'd like to see in our printables. So if there's something that you really wanted to see and you can't find it anywhere to buy it, you can just send me a message and I can create it for you, and then we can pop it in the classroom and do a tutorial on it. So everything's very customized in the classroom if you prefer certain colors. We've just done envelopes. I will show you our Christmas envelopes at the end of this video that fit all of these cards. So printables, digital printables are the way of the future. It's very, very cheap to print your printables at home, and you can have much more versatility on how much of each paper you want to print, and also on the images that you wish to have on your printables. So watch this space, because digital printables are certainly taking off in the card making and scrapbooking world. And here we are, we're just layering up these, and I went for a natural sort of themed color with these printables. You don't have to go with natural, you can sort of still create sparkly ones with these printables here, or red, whatever color suits you. You can add any colored cardstock to these that suits you and your design. And these ones are going to be a special card again. These are a double gatefold card, and the tutorial is available in the Papercraft Secrets classroom. The tutorial goes very slowly through how to create this type of fancy fold card, all the measurements and all of the papers that we use to decorate. So if you're looking for the tutorial in a slowed down sort of version that's not so quick, where I talk you through every little aspect, then you just need to hop on over to the Papercraft Secrets Classroom on Patreon. There are over 40 printables in there now, so there's lots and lots of printables and many, many tutorials. So we are just finishing up our cards now, and we're choosing a sentiment for our cards. And they're looking very, very beautiful. You'll never run out of sentiments, because you can always print yourself some more. We can just attach those with some little foam dots. And this is our finished card. This is card number 2, a double gatefold card. Beautiful card, sits beautifully on the mantelpiece as well. Stands out from all the other cards. This is just an example if you wanted to change it to a different picture. We have other pictures in the printable that aren't religious. If you wanted a more standard sort of image, you can use another image, but this one was a request for the religious cards. So we've got Mary and Joseph and Jesus there on the front cover, and we also have some religious sentiments like joy to the world and Christ is born and oh holy night. So you do have your religious sentiments as well. And these cards are covered on the front and the back. So that is tutorial number 2. And let's move now into tutorial number 3. This is probably the simplest version of all the cards I've showed you today. This is just one of your standard openings, not a fancy fold card. So we're just starting with a piece of red cardstock, and we're starting with a window design. So we've just folded our red cardstock and added on our window design. And then we're also going to be using some papers for the inside of our card. We always create papers for the inside of cards so that you've got something to put on there as well. And here's our little writing part. So let's glue all of that down onto the front and onto the inside of the card. And that all looks very pretty. And then we've got our wreath. Now again, if you don't like fussy cutting, you can use an electronic cutting machine to cut these images out for you. If you don't have an electronic cutting machine, you can just use a pair of scissors. Anybody can do this. The wreaths are a little bit more challenging, but you just take your time to fussy cut and you get there. Watch some TV or listen to some YouTube while you're doing it and just relax and enjoy the process, or just plug in your electronic cutting machine and have it do all the work for you. And the sentiment, and then sticking everything together. So just with the little foam dots, putting the wreath on the window, and a beautiful little bow in the middle of the wreath, and then the sentiment in the middle of the wreath as well. And that's our beautiful card, very classic card, this one. Now, if you aren't organised for Christmas this year, then why not pop on over to the Papercraft Secrets classroom and be organised for every type of holiday there is: Easter, Valentine's, Halloween, Christmas, St. Patrick's Day. We have printables for every holiday. You can be organised as well and have cards ready for each holiday, and tutorials and images. Everything's done for you. All you need to do is print, cut, and create over with us in the Papercraft Secrets classroom. Many people are already enjoying the Papercraft Secrets classroom. It's a lovely community, and I would love to see you there. Now, just before you go, I hear you say that you would like envelopes for your cards. We are always improving things in the Papercraft Secrets classroom, and just recently we have started creating our own envelope templates that you can print, cut, and create. And so we have made some beautiful little envelopes using the same images from our Christmas favorites printable, and they are super easy to create at home, and they can put your you can put your cards in these envelopes, and you can even reuse them. You could also use them for inside your albums if you're an album maker and you like to have little envelopes in your album. We have different sizes for our envelopes. So some of them are for little cards, some of them are for medium-sized cards, and of course some are for the largest size cards. And you can see here how quickly and easily we can make these envelopes, and then they're ready to go for the post. Now, the largest size envelope that we've just created is a perfect fit for all of the cards that we've created today in this Christmas favorites tutorial. So after you have created your choice of cards, you can then create your envelope and pop your card in your envelope. Right, there are little labels that you can put on the front of your envelopes if you wish to. And look at that, we've got 12 different envelopes there made, and they're suitable for quite a few different cards. You've got your little 4.5 by 4.5 inch cards. You've got your C6 and your A6 cards that fit in there. And you've also got your 5 by 7 envelope that fits in there, and all of those envelopes. And then the good news is that the cards from today fit in the largest size envelope. So you've got each one of those ones that we have made today fit in that larger sized envelope. Alright, so over in the Papercraft Secrets classroom, these envelopes are there waiting for you, along with all of the tutorials that we've shown today. So I'd love to see you over there, and I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I hope that you have a wonderful 2025. Thank you so much for your support on my channel, and I hope you have a lovely crafty day.